This video we will talk about dividing polynomials, specifically using the synthetic division. All right, okay, here I am using that you have a basic knowledge of what synthetic division is. Okay, and it is asking you to write the answer in QX, Q stands for quotient, plus R, the remainder, over DX, the divisor polynomial. All right. Okay, so let's start with problem A. Okay, and the way we write is we take this -3, but we change the sign to positive. Draw these two lines and write the coefficients. And always look for, see if there are any missing terms. There aren't any. X cubed term is here, x squared term, x term, and a constant term. All right, so we're just going to write the coefficient -1. That's this -1 here. 5, -7, and 4. Okay. All right. And again, if you kind of forgot the method, then please go back and read your textbook and review how the synthetic division works. All right. So I'm not going to really discuss all that in detail. First, this -1 comes straight down. Okay. And we multiply 3 times -1. Multiply is -1. We write it up here. And then we add 5. Adding -3 is +2. 3 times 2. And we just repeat the process. 3 times 2 is 6. -7 plus 6 is -1. 3 times -1 is -3. And 4 plus -3 is 1. And that's it. We are done here. And the very bottom row, -1, 2, -1, and 1. Those are the coefficients of our quotient and the remainder. The last one here, this is your R. All right. So our answer is going to be -x squared plus 2x minus 1. And the last one will be written as +1 over our divisor is x minus 3. Okay, so this is our final answer. All right. And if you're wondering, how did I know to start with the x squared here? It is always going to be 1 degree less than the leading coefficient, the very first term, which is a cube term, and that goes down to x squared. All right. Okay, second problem is almost same but slightly different. Just that we have 2 here as our leading coefficient for the divisor. Remember, synthetic division cannot be done unless that leading coefficient of divisor turns into 1. So we will have to multiply top and bottom by half in order for this 2 to become 1. Then this problem will turn to 3x cubed. We are multiplying half to each of the coefficient. Minus 19 over 2x squared minus 19 over 2x minus 2 over x minus 4. All right. So that is going to be our new polynomial we will divide. So let's go ahead. Let me see if I can find a little bit more space. Let me just go to blue. Let me just draw lines, getting a little bit closer. Okay, so this -4, we always have to change sign to +4. And my coefficients are 3, -19 over 2, another -19 over 2, and minus 2. All right. Okay, so let's begin. 3 comes down straight. 4 times 3 is 12. All right. And 12 is 24 over 2. So -19 over 2 plus 12 will give me 5 over 2. Again, because 12 is 24 over 2. Okay. And that multiplied by 4 will give me 10. Okay. And 10 plus -19 over 2 will give me half, because 10 is 20 over 2. Okay, and 4 times half will give me just 2, and negative 2 plus 2 is 0. So here my remainder is 0. So I will not have any r over d of x. Okay, so these three will just will be the coefficients of my quotient polynomial here. All right, so the answer is going to be 3x squared plus 5 over 2x plus half. That's it. That's my solution for this problem B. All right. Okay, then let's do the part C. Part C here. Oops, part C here is slightly different in that we have a couple of missing terms. There's no y squared and there's no y term. All right, so it's almost like you don't need to do this, but y cubed plus 0y squared plus 0y plus 1 over y plus 1. All right, and when we're doing the synthetic division, you must fill in those couple of zeros. Okay, all right, so let's go. Okay, so this plus 1 will become negative 1. Remember, always you change your sign. And our coefficients are 1, 0, 0, 1. And let's see what happens. 1 comes down. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. 0 plus negative 1 is negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times negative 1 is negative 1. And again, we have a remainder 0. Okay, that's our R. So our answer then will be given by these coefficients and with some y variables thrown in. So the answer will be y squared minus y plus 1. That's it. That's our answer for this part C. All right, and the last problem. I know this is not a polynomial division problem. It is evaluating polynomial problem, but the answer can be done almost same way as doing a synthetic division. Okay. All right. So here, when x is equal to negative 1, the only difference is that we don't change the sign. That stays as negative 1. And be careful, there is a missing x squared term, like a 0x squared. So my coefficients are 2, 0, 1, 2. Okay, so let's do our synthetic division. First, 2 comes down. Negative 1 times 2 is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times negative 1. Oops, I'm sorry. My mistake. Let's go back. Negative 1 times 2 is negative 2. 0 plus negative 2 is negative 2. Negative 2 times negative 1 is positive 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And 2 plus negative 3 is negative 1. And this, again, is our remainder. But this is our polynomial. Let's just say our f of x is 2x cubed plus x plus 2. That was a polynomial in question. This is now equal to f evaluated negative 1. Okay, so this negative 1 comes from here, and this negative 1 is the given x value. All right, so that's the answer for this problem, and that's it for this video.